Hey guys, happy Thursday! I am back here this week to talk to you about how to make time to work out. I'm gonna give people about like 20 seconds if anyone's gonna roll onto the live. But basically, we're going to talk today about some different strategies to make working out more time efficient and just more manageable in your day. Hey, Coach Bennett. I basically have come up with three just really small, very simple tactics. Some of them I've just kind of thought up in my own brain. They're things that I use in my life. Some of them have been taught to me by other people who I'm going to mention today in this video. So how to make time to work out in your day. Hey, Will. God, got people on here. So fun. All right. Start small. Number one. That is probably like the best advice I could give, especially to new people who are just starting to work out for the first time, or if you're just getting back into working out after a long time away from the gym or from the studio, whatever you're doing. Starting small is key. And I mean like literally 10 minutes a day small if you're really struggling. Just finding something, whether it's online, whether it's a routine that you do, that you've created on your own, finding something that you can do 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes 5 days a week, something that is small enough that you can manageably commit to it and it's not overwhelming. And truly, 10 minutes a day still might be too much for some people. Like, start at whatever is your smallest comfort level, and then as you start to get back into a routine, it's just going to be easier and easier to build on that time, to build on that commitment. Because one of the first, like in my opinion, one of the most kind of discouraging things that happens when you get back into a routine and you're starting like, you know, an hour and a half a day in the gym or whatever. First of all, that's not sustainable, because who nowadays has 90 minutes to commit to the gym except for like pro athletes? But also it's when you're starting things for the first time or getting back into them for the first time that you're at a higher likelihood of injuring yourself if you're going that aggressively right off the bat in your workout. So my first advice to you would be to start small, and start as small as you want, and then just build from there, because fitness is a process. It's a lifestyle. It's not something that, you know, you need to hit hard, super heavy duty for 3 months and then never do it again. You want to implement small, sustainable changes and let them grow into your life organically. And that actually takes me straight into my next point of how to make time for workouts in your day, which is to change your mentality about it. And Coach Bennett, I'm actually totally going to shout you out on this one because your response to my story, which was what are some of your strategies, was to do it right when you get home. And I really like that for two reasons. Because first of all, if you're the type of person who really works well off of a routine, then just finding a point in time to dedicate 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes a day to your workout is a really beneficial tactic. In the same vein, kind of using that mentality of it's just something you do when you get home from work. We've got to stop thinking about fitness and exercise as something that's kind of like an achievement in our lives. It's not something that we're like, hey, I worked out today, gold star for me. It's got to be something that's we think of like you take a shower every day, or you eat breakfast every day. You know, these are things that, you know, sometimes you're exhausted and you don't want to brush your teeth, but you brush your teeth anyway because it's just, you know, it's force of habit, and it's a standard in our lives, hopefully. And that's, I think, how we really have to start thinking about fitness. And it is amazing if it's one of those things like it is for me that just generally makes me very happy, and it's something that I really enjoy doing in my day-to-day life. If that's not the case for you and it is something that's kind of more of a chore, then you just got to start switching your mentality slowly but surely as looking at exercise and fitness as something that's just part of your day-to-day. And chances are, if you can look at it like that, you actually will start to grow to really enjoy it, because the more consistently you do it, the better you'll get at it. So we've talked about starting small in the fitness routines. We've started about changing your mentality about it to something that's just a little bit more sustainable and more long-term vision. Last but not least, last point I'm going to touch on is something kind of new to the world, very 2020 and 2021 appropriate, which is signing up for virtual classes, if you have access to in-person classes that you can do safely, that's amazing. Signing up for virtual or in-person private sessions. Now, one of the reasons, of course, I say this is because I see the benefit of them. I am a private instructor. I am a virtual class instructor. And one of the biggest points of feedback that I've gotten from people who have taken the classes is that they're a great source of accountability. In fact, a woman that I spoke to probably like 6 months ago, and she wasn't even a client of mine, actually. She was just someone that I knew via Instagram, and she's super cool. But she mentioned that she finds that her fitness game is the most on point and the most accountable when she's working with someone directly and when she's invested money in it. Now, I'm not saying you all need to go out and invest $1,000 or $2,000 in a major training program, but I do think, you know, it can be beneficial to invest in signing up for some virtual classes, or at the very least, messaging an instructor who might be doing free classes online, because there are a lot of people out there who are, and being like, hey, I'm gonna show up for your live class, because it adds this layer of accountability in your life. And that accountability really is 80% of the battle. So I would definitely say finding some instructors you like. If you guys want to jump into my classes, I have a bunch of my own classes that I offer virtually. I have a ton of free resources on the YouTube, but I'm also super happy to recommend out if you're looking for a specific style. I mean, experiment a little bit. Find your Zumba instructor, your strength and cardio, your mat Pilates, or, you know, whatever it is, your yoga, things that you wanted to try, because it's really an incredible thing to be able to take advantage of all of these fitness classes that are happening, and instructors have just gotten so good at putting them on this last year with the pandemic and with having to switch everything virtual. So that is probably one of the strongest tips that I can give you today, which is just look around on YouTube, look around online, on Instagram, Facebook. There's so many people out there who are making workouts so fun and so accessible. And that is really what I'm going to wrap up with today. So the 3 points that we talked about, how to make workouts more manageable in your day, is starting small, 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day small, something that you can build upon and grow into. Changing your mentality around fitness and exercise, making it just more part of your day-to-day life, as simple as brushing your teeth or brushing your hair in the morning. That's how we need to feel and think about fitness. And last but not least, do a little bit of research. Look for virtual classes that you really like, that get you motivated, but that can also kind of give you a little bit more accountability in your day when you may not want to exercise, but you've already committed to being somewhere at a certain time. So with that, I am going to sign off. Thank you guys for those of you who joined me. I hope you found this stuff helpful. As I mentioned, I come back every Thursday between 11:30 and 11:45, and I always let you guys know in advance with a different live. So I'll be back next week with a part 2 of the back pain series. It's a follow-up from the one I did last week. I also do have, if you're looking for more kind of workout fitness content, things to get you motivated like we've been talking about today, I do have the YouTube channel, which is accessible via the link in my bio. I'm also on with live classes that I would love to see some of you guys in, especially if you are working on things like easing backache and pains, hip things, core things, all of the things that I love to work on. So holler at me if you've got any questions, but otherwise I will see you guys later, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye everybody, thanks for coming out.